more questions from the class, so we will give Hera a round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Then we'll have Raynan. Oh, hapit na gyud.
Final exam na ni.
Pwede. No po, unya. Masayang to
Thank
inyong
you,
basa.
ma'am.
Uy, masayang to inyong gibasa-basa.
Ma'am, may nagbasa, ma'am.
Ma'am, magunsa magkuan, ma'am. Mag-exam, ma'am, online? O, dito? Online? Unsa may coverage, ma'am?
Hala, sorry. New report gahapon.
Ang report ra, ma'am.
And maybe I'm sending the TBR genes, pero practical lang, like on-site. Like, kunyari, di ba, we have the gene for gene interaction na before, no? Review na lang karon.
Yes, ma'am.
The question ba nga, kinsa lang ang dapat na ni pathogen para mo resist og infection ang resistant plant, something like that. Ano na ba?
Okay, ma'am.
Question.
So, bali, apel dyan tong kuan, ma'am.
Ha? Tanara po question
ang kuan niya, ma'am ba? Ang principle sa katong yung magipang send ng modules.
Yeah, kaya pwede mo kuan lili sa inyong PPT. Open notes na.
Modules. Naay modules, ma'am?
Wala na siya gisend yan sa email.
Hala. Di
ba may ingon ko 4 questions lang, maunom na. Malima.
Pwede na pong tulo, ma'am.
Sige.
Sige, alauna ba yato exam, no?
Ayaw lang, ma'am.
2 hours after sa pag-send sa exam, so dapat na inyo answer. Ha?
Okay, ma'am.
Sige. Start na ko, ma'am.
Raynan, yes.
Nag-display na akong slides. Classmate?
Oo, na.
Okay, good morning. Good morning sa tanan. The title of my short-term research is Efficacy of Copper-Based Chemicals in Managing Black Rot in Pak Choy under Protective and Curative Applications. So, pak choy, scientifically known as Brassica rapa subspecies chinensis, it's a leafy green that's widely grown not just in Asia but also in parts of Europe and North America. It plays a big role in the income of small farmers and is a staple in the vegetable industry. So, nutrition-wise, it's packed with vitamins A, C, and K, making it a healthy choice for consumers. But while pak choy is valuable and widely grown, it faces a serious threat, black rot disease. It is caused by Xanthomonas campestres. The symptoms usually start with yellow, V-shaped lesions on the leaf edges, blackened veins, and eventually the leaves fall off. This makes the crop less marketable and can cause major yield losses. In fact, in severe outbreaks, losses can reach up to 50 to 70%. It is actually known as the most destructive bacterial disease of crucifer vegetables, and this is the main problem this study aims to address. So, because black rot is such a serious problem, there's clearly a need for a better control strategies. The challenge is that we don't have many resistant cultivars, and proper sanitation can be hard to manage in large-scale farms. So I started to wonder, could copper-based chemicals make a difference? Could they actually help protect the plants or even cure them kung ma-infect na? So that's the idea that led to this study. So the big question here is, how effective are copper-based chemicals in managing black rot disease? Can these treatments protect the plants before infection or help cure them afterward? And so this study aims to find that out by testing both protective and curative methods. Here's where the study took place. We conducted everything inside the DPM's greenhouse. The study ran from March 8 to April 13, 2025. It started by pre-germinating pak choy seeds using the Chinkang variety from Ramgo Seeds. Then the seedlings were transplanted when they were 7 days old. To introduce the black rot bacteria, we used an isolate from the PDDL lab. Inoculation happened 2 weeks after transplanting. We applied the bacteria late in the afternoon using a hand sprayer until the leaves were fully covered and dripping until run off. This way, we made sure the bacteria had good contact with the plants. Then, after inoculation, the plants were covered with plastic cellophane to create a humid environment that helps the bacteria infect the leaves. This incubation period lasted for about 24 hours, giving the disease time to develop properly. Then, to test the treatments, we set up a complete randomized design with two main factors. The first factor, look at how the chemicals were applied, either before infection or after infection, to try to cure them. The second factor was the type of chemical used. Mao ni siya ang mga chemicals that I've used, kini factor B. Agri-Blue, Funguran OH, Coside, and then Streptomycin. And to compare, we included two controls. One group was inoculated with the bacteria but not treated, and the other was not inoculated at all. Then, for the treatments, we applied them protective sprays 3 days before inoculation. That's 12 days after transplanting. Then, the curative treatments were applied later, 3 days after inoculation. So, that's 18 days after transplanting. All applications were done early in the morning for best absorption. Then, to see how well the treatments work, we measured a few key things. First, we recorded the disease incidence, basically how many plants showed symptoms, counting running. Then, next, we rated the disease severity using a scale from 1 to 5, where 1 is very mild symptom and 5 ang very severe nga damage. And then percent disease severity was computed using this formula. And then using the collected data from the percent disease incidence and percent disease severity, I calculated the percent reduction of disease to see how much each treatment helped reduce the infection compared to untreated plants. Then, to keep track of the growing conditions, we installed a sensor to monitor daily temperature and humidity inside the greenhouse. This helped us understand the environment where the plants were growing and how it might affect disease development. And I also collected soil samples during the experiment and sent them to the soil laboratory for analysis to check the soil's physical and chemical properties, which can influence plant health and disease resistance. And then to keep everything organized, I use a combination of Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel to clean, organize, and collate the data. Then for the analysis, I use a statistical software called STAR. And then I ran a two-way ANOVA to see the effects of the different treatments and their interactions. And then for the post-hoc test, I use Fisher's LSD to compare the differences between treatment groups. Then, during the study, the average daily temperature was around 28.5 degrees Celsius. Then, ang relative humidity stayed pretty high, averaging 95.4%. These conditions are actually perfect for the disease to develop. And according to our research, black rot thrives when humidity is above 90% and temperatures are between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. Then, remember earlier I mentioned I collected soil samples and sent to the lab. Ano siya ang results from the analysis. The soil had a medium texture. Ang pH is slightly acidic, which is ideal for most crops, including pak choy. Ang organic matter is moderately low, but nutrients like phosphorus and potassium were sufficient. Overall, kining soil condition is suitable and fertile enough for our experiment. Then, at 5 days after inoculation, the type of chemical made a big difference in controlling black rot. Ang Agri-Blue gave the best results. It reduced disease incidence by 81% when used protectively and 74% when used curatively. Ang severity was also lowered by 87% and 82% respectively. Ang Funguran performed similarly with over 75% reduction in incidence and 83% in severity. Si Coside showed moderate control. Then, ang streptomycin ang pinaka-least effective in both approaches, curative and protective. And when we look at the timing of application, protective versus curative, wala na siya significant difference during this time, kining 5 days after inoculation. Then, also, there was no significant interaction between the type of chemical and timing. Each chemical performed consistently no matter when it was applied. Then, by 10 days after inoculation, the timing of application became much more important. Ang protective treatments perform better than curative ones across all chemicals. Significant na siya diri nga time. For example, AgriBlue reduced disease incidence by about 83% and ang severity by 85% when applied protectively. But those numbers dropped to around 70% and 71% when applied curatively. So this clearly shows nga ang early intervention matters more as time goes on. Ang type of chemicals still played a key role. Ang AgriBlue remained the most effective, especially kung applied siya protectively. Ang Funguran, close behind lang siya. Statistically similar lang sila ang performance ni AgriBlue. Then si Coside, moderate iyang results, about 69% ang reduction sa incidence, ang sa severity is 68% kung gamiton siya as protectant. But its effectiveness dropped sharply when used after infection, meaning mas lesser ang iyang suppression capacity kung after sa infection, curatively ang iyang pag-apply. Then, streptomycin was again pinaka-least effective ang streptomycin, particularly under curative treatment, with only about 18% incidence and 14% severity reduction. Walay significant interaction gihapon between treatment and the timing, which means each chemical's performance stayed consistent regardless of when it was applied. And at 15 days after inoculation, the difference between protective and curative applications became even clearer. Protective treatments consistently perform better across all chemicals, showing that their effectiveness lasts longer over time. Then as the disease pressure increased, curative treatments lost more of their power, especially ang mga weaker ones, nga tong Coside o ang streptomycin. This really drives home the point that early preventive treatment is key for long-term control. And when we look at the chemicals themselves, ang AgriBlue gyud gyapon ang pinaka-consistent nga top performing, especially when applied protectively. Then Funguran OH, okay lang, kwan siya, still did well, pero lesser siya compared sa AgriBlue, but higher sa Coside. Ang Coside's effectiveness dropped further, especially when used curatively with less control of both incidence and severity. Ang streptomycin remained the least effective. So, ito siya ang result sa efficacy of different chemicals applied under protective or curative approach. And here's a visual timeline showing how black rot develops on pak choy leaves. So kining upper left, pinaka-upper left kani siya, mano siya ang healthy leaves from uninoculated plants. This is what healthy growth looks like without nga disease. So gilahi na ko ni siya og situate, wala ni siya sa setup para iwas contamination. Dayon, starting around 4 to 5 days after inoculation, makita na to dira kaning mga leaves. Small yellow V-shaped lesions kini V. Ang uban dili kay V pero nayo man na pronounce kay V. Begin to appear along the leaf margins. Mag-start siya sa edges, margins. Then by 7 to 10 days, these lesions turn to brown. Mo brown na siya. Ang mga yellow mo brown, then spread mo patunga siya toward the midrib. Then mga around 12 to 14 days, ang leaves malakta na siya, become rotten, matagak, ma-detach from the main plant, and eventually wilt as the infection progress. And Here we have photos of whole pak choy plants showing the effects of different treatments. On one side, you see the plants treated with copper-based chemicals and antibiotics applied protective approach. Then kini diri is ang curative approach. Kini siya ang mga controls. Kini ang walay gi-inoculate, situated separately. Kini ang inoculated but no chemicals were applied. So, although walay obvious nga black rot diri, di nato makita diri in this picture ang symptoms, the inoculated plants clearly showed reduced growth and thinner canopies due to leaf shedding. Nag-shed naman gud ang mga infected ani nga tanggal. Kato akong gipampicturan. Then the treated plants generally look healthier and fuller, those with protective applications. As expected, the uninoculated plants show the most vigorous and robust growth. So by the way, kini dayo nga mga pots, mga representative pots lang ni akong gi-collect ani out from the 100 pots nga mag-represent for their treatments. So this visual supports our earlier data emphasizing how infection affect plants' vigor and how early effective treatment helps maintain healthier plants. And this is a visual appearance of phytotoxicity symptoms sa mga streptomycin-treated plants. Apart from the usual black rot symptoms caused by Xanthomonas, I observe a unique and unexpected reaction in plants treated with streptomycin. Kay sa streptomycin ra gyud ako siya makita. You can see here, this is the healthy plant. Kini siya ang mga treated with streptomycin. This happen in both curative and protective applications. Mga 20% ang iyang incidence sa protective, then 47% sa curative. Then appearing roughly 3 to 4 days after applying the antibiotic. The affected plants develop irregularly shaped pale yellow patches on their leaves. Mag-start siya sa edge. These sclerotic areas look bleached but didn't show necrosis, water soaking, or tissue collapse. Lahi yun siya sa black rot symptoms kay di man malata, nga na lang bleach appearance lang siya. This study concluded that among the treatments, ang Agri-Blue gid ang pinaka-highest efficacy in reducing the disease, both ang incidence ug ang severity. So followed by Funguran OH and ang Agri-Blue and Funguran OH are statistically similar. Dayon ga-follow dayon sa ilaha ang COSIDE. Then ang streptomycin exhibited the least effectiveness, particularly under curative application. And I also concluded that protective application were consistently more effective than curative ones across all observation periods. And finally, it's best to focus on preventive application strategies to keep black rot under control. Using copper hydroxide like Agri-Blue is highly recommended for effective disease management. Kining copper oxychloride products such as kining Funguran OH can serve as good alternative. Streptomycin should be limited due to its lower effectiveness and possible side effects. Itong phytotoxicity. Then, promoting integrated disease management approach will help improve long-term control and sustainability. And finally, I recommend the further trial na ni siya on the field, actual field scenario na, dili na sa screenhouse. Dire ako kutob, salamat.
Wala, nakalimut ako sa akong ikoan. Okay. So, major comment. So, in disease incidence nan, so yun, same comment na kunyari if we can express it into percent reduction no sa infection. Na ba to?
Kani akong formula nga gigamit, ma'am. Kung ipakita ko, wala na akong kuwan. Sa
okay. Okay. May noon. Hola, very good na di ay. Okay. Ang severity ganinan, so especially to the class no, so dito ra gud ko naka-learn nga pag PhD na ko ba sa UPLB tapos naman ni Epidem. So dapat daw dili ta mag-stat analyze og mga kanang rating scale kay subject daw siya yun. So, but then if we will convert it into like, kunyari, DSI, severity index, so, pwede mo tanaw sa rating scale nan sa disease severity.
Dara, ma'am.
Nani siya author?
Si Taylor o Mackenzie, ma'am.
Okay.
Group ng Taylor and Mackenzie nito, 2015.
Okay. So yon, so mao to ang comment do ako po sa una kay guilty pud ko no mag-stat analyze pud og severity. So yon. So there are other analysis for mga qualitative data.
Okay, ma'am.
So mabilong si severity ni qualitative, pero kung i-express na to siya into DSI o i-express ito percent, gato ganing all observed rating.
Kini.
Yeah. The percent disease severity, kuan na siya, index. Ayun. Total number of plants plus the highest disease severity rating times 100. Ayun. So, pwede na siya. Mao na yung magigamit. Imo na nag-convert there. Kad mao na to yung disease severity.
Ang severity akong gi-time sa pila ka plants dayon gisam day nako, ma'am.
So, that's the
table lang.
DSI. That's DSI.
DSI.
Index disease severity.
So, i-ano na lang, like, dito, or kami na lang mag-change ng DSI. Tapos, pwede po gani, kay very good man ang imong symptoms, no? Anyway, available naman online ang app sa katong EUDPC. Kapila man ka na, di ba, pila ganito ka weeks ka nag-gather data?
Kuan, ma'am. First,
Kaupat.
5, 10, o 15. After inoculation.
Katulo.
Katulo.
Pwede na lang siya kasi compute ni mo EUDPC kay at least 2 observations.
EUDPC, ako sa ilista, ma'am.
Kay, kuan man na siya, time 2 minus time 1.
Sige, ma'am.
So, ang EUDPC is like you are quantifying the amount of disease in that particular time. So, yun. So, kuan yun mo siya ma-quantify like pila ang area sa leaf, no? Or ang kuan yun, ang progression sa disease kada week. So, mas siya yun ang EUDPC na kuan, mas kanang fit, no? In comparing treatments based on the progression of the disease. Pero I think murag anyway, magpatabang rami nimo like kung bakante na kasunod karon you send your manuscript as is na lang tapos next time magpatabang rami kuan. Paano like?
Katong gisign gabi ma'am.
Oo, mao to gani. So yun. Kung dako pa tag times pa, 'di ba, ang mga comments, pwede pa ninyo kuan ang inyong manus. Anyway, sige lang, good. So yun, so pwede mag-EUDPC in this mga, especially in mga full year, no, na klaro kayong symptoms. So yun, EUDPC. Mas mayon tatog nanguha mo og Epidem 251. So mag-forecast mo in kuan ka days mahimo siya epidemic or something kung dili ba ganun. So increase in kuan area sa disease. Anyway, so mag-kuan naman mo, mag-compare na mo next. Pwede si Paulo o si Eileen kasi i-offer sa first sem ang Epidem. Pwede.
Pwede rin na ma'am kay ganahan si Paulo anak kasi Sir Gapasi.
Si Ma'am M.
Si Ma'am M.
Yeah, magkalaban ko ni Ma'am M. Sa una ako ba yata nag-offer?
Ito na si Ma'am Emma.
Kintos.
Ay, wala mo kayo.
Ma'am M nga siko.
Wala akong kaila, ma'am.
Sige lang
Sige
kay lang siya, nag-practice na siya, duha na yung epidem dito. Ang atong epidem 251 dire kay kuan siya, ang content kay ang kuan ang undergrad nga epidem dito. So, kay wala man gutay epidem diri nga undergrad. So,
Sige, ma'am, manay kuhaon na mo next time.
yeah, pagkuha mo pa kay para kuanize. Paggamit na ninyo mag-forecasting. Tapos mag-model-model.
Okay.
Okay, so maura to nan. So sa kanang severity, DSI ni siya nan.
Oo, ma'am.
Pwede po siguro i-note diri sa ubos na lang na DSI. Okay, kan hebong ko ba mo na may 70%? Nga usually magugkong when you say severity rating scale siya. So yun, 1 to 5. Nga na.
Oo.
No. So, yun. So, if there's no question, would like to comment, no? Grabe, no? Ni-extend pa yun siya to soil analysis.
Okay. Man, ma'am, sa akong isa ka STR kay Ma'am Pasing, more on sa soil po to niya. The same raman siyang mga sample, good.
Okay.
The same batch. So, ako na lang pong i-present.
Okay. Okay, so let's give Rinan a round of applause. Very good, no? Very good inyong mga kuan.
Thank you.
STR.
Thank you, ma'am.
And the effort, no? Wa ninyo biyain, no? Nga wala gyud yung mga observation. Okay, so last presenter but not the least, Eileen. Before maniod to.